never thought I would be doing anything in the waste industry at all, ever. I didn't even think about it. Like, it was just something that you see on the street, hanging outside of people's houses or whatnot. I didn't even ever consider trash beyond me loading up my own trash bag. I'm Julie Stillo. I'm the President and Chief Operating Officer of Stillo Disposal. Honestly, I'm not the kind of person that really has it in them to start a business. I just fell into it, and I love it.
It's a different world in this type of business, and there were no women sitting at that table because that's how it started. It was men. There were no women. They were bringing coffee in. Here you go, 1 cup of coffee. Here's this, that. That's what they were doing. I'm Kim Shelters. The business is KAS Construction. We are rebar union ironworker installers. Our first projects had to be data centers.
It was a data center.
Data center, yeah. Back then it was after 9/11.
Yeah.
And a lot of data centers were big in Jersey. Piscataway, huge data centers.
And then this is it for the autograph?
My name is April Ruggeiro. I am from Manasquan, New Jersey. I'm 28 and I own Black Rose Welding. It's addicting. It is addicting. Because you walk on to dirt, a foundation, nothing there. You have a piece of paper of like roughly what something's supposed to look like. And then you do it and it's there. My guys go and they turn my welder off. I've been threatened. I wasn't gonna quit and like give them the satisfaction of running me out of there.
Oh, if you're not elbow deep in problems to solve, you messed up somewhere. I could move the crane forward, but that's gonna take 20 minutes. I skip that bay hook and we'll come back to it.
As you get older in life, if you don't elevate yourself to run work and be like on the foreman level and hit a certain age, you physically can't do it anymore. So it's getting a real difficult niche at times.
I really started this when I was like 38, 39 years old. So that's the point where I had the opportunity and I took it. There's definitely a crucible moment at that point in South Amboy when I sat at my desk and knew it was me. I think that there has to be a moment where you're all in and that's it. Otherwise, you're going to plan B. And there may not be a plan B. You just be like, I'm just going to whatever. I'm out of here. I'm done. I got to find something else. But yeah, there has to be. Just has to be.
Oh boy. When I first started, because nobody trusted that I would be able to do it, and no one wants to take a, costly risk on a 25-year-old girl. And the guys were really, really brutal. And I basically called my mom crying every day at lunch for probably the first 3 years. It was bad. So I was working for my dad, and we had a falling out of sorts, and I quit. And I went on unemployment, and I applied for a bunch of positions on Indeed.com. Nobody would hire me. Then there was this one company that I used to work for that contacted me that said they have a project manager position, assistant. And I was like, yeah, I'm interested. Never called me back. And then all of a sudden my unemployment was running out. I was super, super discouraged. And I just woke up and I was like, I know how to do something. I was like, I'm going to try this. And I LLC'd.
I mean, I don't think you realize how unhappy you are until you're out of an unhappy situation. That's your normal. This is your life. This is what you do. This is how you feel. And I had no idea because that's all I ever knew. Honestly, the biggest challenge that I faced in my life was a bad relationship that I was in. As bad as it was, I mean, I wouldn't say that I needed to go through that, but I know that it made me who I am today, and I would never change a thing about my life, no matter how horrible something was. So I was a timid person and shy, and honestly, like towards the end, that was a challenge for me because I was like a shell of really who I am now. Like I wouldn't even recognize myself back then. Like I don't even know who that person is. Like I look at pictures and I'm like empty. I show up for work and I do that, but like beyond that, I don't have anything for myself. I would never consider a career in the trades or the construction industry, absolutely not. But now that I have built up something for myself, I feel welcomed in it.
I mean, we had some really tough years. I mean, we had really, really tough years. Probably I'd say maybe about 10, 15 years ago. Tough years, tough. We had a breakthrough and also too, it goes back to the believing and trusting each other and believing that, we can still do this. We're going to try and we're still going to do it. My mentor and I were semi-working together at that point, and I knew it was bad. And and at that point, I was actually even looking for a job. I was looking for a job while I owned the business. Like, this isn't going to pan out. And it came to some rough decisions at the time, and it was either him or me. And I kind of, unfortunately, it was my name on the company, so it ended up being him versus me. And that's when I knew. I'm like, wow. I have to do this because I have to support myself. Nobody else was here going to support me. It's me. So either I'm going to go find a job somewhere or I'm going to make this work. I'm going to try my hardest to make this work. And if it doesn't, like we've all said, we have bumps, you just move on to something else. And that was my turning point. I remember sitting at my desk in South End, and I'm like, this isn't good, borrowing money, to pay those paychecks, to get that work. And I was like, wow, that was my moment. I knew I had to do something.
What do I want? I just want to be happy. He's very supportive and he loves what I do, and he helps me out a lot, and I wouldn't be here without him. But in the very, very beginning, my dad still had his company, KAS Construction, and I had my company, Black Rose Welding. And we were simultaneously doing our own thing on our own jobs. And it got to a point where we were bidding the same drawings. And it came to this soup kitchen. And we both got the drawings, and I got the job. And I felt very proud of myself. I felt good, You have to have a passion for it. You have to want it. You have to feel like you've completed something or made something better or helped somebody in some way. You have to have a purpose.
And if you seek out different groups and organizations, if you have a thought, an idea, or something you want to try, there is someone out there who will help you. They're more than willing to get you involved. You just have to find the right people. More than anything, I want women to feel empowered because I finally feel like that in my life.
I don't think the guys care whether I was a woman or a man. It's totally about the team and it's about the respect. You have to be happy. You have to be happy. You don't need to be rich to be happy. I think you need to be around people with the same goal and intentions that you have, and you'll be happy.
The problems you encounter, there's no book on how to fix them. You have to be creative. So it is an art, and your creativity kind of sort of is how you gauge how good you are. Because the creative people that know how to fix things in oddball ways that's efficient are the real artists out there.
I encourage other women to do it. I encourage other women to do whatever they want to do that will make them happy. And you could try it and you fail. It's okay. You still move along, find something else. But there are other people who found other careers at 60 and found happiness at that age.
We just have to keep on going with that momentum, and we'll get there.